We've all probably been there. You're participating in a live virtual event, giving a presentation of the best slide deck ever, when you notice every presenter's worst nightmare. Panic messages from the organizer telling you your screen is frozen and we can't hear you. Whether you're hosting a webinar or sharing a presentation for your YouTube channel, being able to create a high-quality recording of your slides is a vital skill to have in your toolbox. Plus, even if you're presenting live at a virtual event, it's extremely wise to have a backup recording of your presentation just in case there are any technology fails. Now, recording some audio narration for your slides is pretty straightforward, and we're going to cover how to do that in this video, but it doesn't make for the most engaging video for an audience to watch. So we'll also cover a few ways to up your presentation game by mixing video of your slides with your webcam. Get ready to explore some new territory. Hello everyone, my name is Joey Dowd, creator of New Territory Media, a video production agency and YouTube channel where we guide you to become a video making pro. So with in-person gatherings and conferences looking like they'll be on hold for a while, mastering all the technical aspects of presenting virtually is vital to anyone who has information to share. So let's talk about 3 different ways to do this, ranging from super easy but limited visual pizzazz to slightly more involved but complete creative control. If you used a dedicated software program to create your slides, chances are it was either PowerPoint or Keynote. The good news is they both have the ability to record narration while presenting, though with very limited control, especially on a Mac. One example of that is you can't change your microphone source in either Keynote or PowerPoint. So if you're going to be using a microphone different from your built-in one on your computer, which I highly recommend, such as a USB mic or even your headphones, you need to change this in your computer settings. So go to System Preferences, then Sound, then change to the mic you want to use. If you're on a PC, don't worry about this. Now let's explore how to record in each program. PowerPoint on your Mac. Open up your PowerPoint presentation. In the top navigation, go to Slideshow. Then click on Record Slideshow. You'll see a familiar presenter screen, but this time the slide timings and your microphone are recording. There are a few things to keep in mind. PowerPoint does not record audio during transitions, so make sure you wait for any fades or transitions between slides to finish before speaking. The narration you record is pegged to each slide, meaning if you decide to rearrange a slide after recording, the narration moves with it so you don't have to re-record, assuming what you said still logically makes sense. You can see if a slide already has timings attached to it by noting if there's a counter in the bottom right corner in Slide Sorter view. Also, because there's no countdown and because the recordings are tied to each slide, you can include a blank slide for standby to give yourself a moment before beginning your presentation, and then delete it after finishing before you export. When everything is good to go, go to File, Export. Under File Format, choose MP4. Make sure Use Recorded Timings and Narrations is selected, then hit Export. PowerPoint on PC. PowerPoint on PC offers a lot more control than the Mac version, including the ability to turn on your webcam. The initial steps are the same. Go to Slideshow, Record Slideshow. In the top right of the presenter screen, you can adjust your microphone and camera settings. In the bottom right, you can turn on a preview of your webcam and control if your camera and microphone is on or off. Once you're ready to begin, just hit record. You'll get a countdown and recording starts. You can pause and stop, cycle back through the slides, and review the recording. Once you're done recording your presentation, go to File, Export, Create a Video. Make sure Use Recorded Timings and Narrations is on and create your video. Keynote. Keynote is Apple's excellent free presentation software, but it only works on Mac. Recording your presentation is super straightforward. Open up your slides, go to Play, Record Slideshow. If this is something you'll be doing frequently, you can also add a shortcut to your toolbar. You'll now enter the presenter screen. On the bottom, you'll notice a few recording tools, including audio levels, microphone on and off, and some recording control. Hit record and you'll get a countdown. Then begin your presentation. Keynote doesn't have the same flexibility as PowerPoint to only record the narration for certain slides. However, if this is something that might come up, there are other workarounds with using editing software that we'll touch on later. When you're ready to export, go to File, Export to, Movie, choose the resolution, and then hit Next to save your presentation movie. If your presentation was built with a web-based app like Google Slides or Beautiful AI, there's no built-in way to record your presentation. You could always export your slides and import them into PowerPoint, but not everything translates perfectly. Fortunately, your computer does have a built-in way to record anything on your screen. If you're on a Mac, load QuickTime Player. Go to File, New Screen Recording. On the bottom will be a toolbar with some options. Under Options, you can choose your microphone and where to save the file. Choose Record Entire Screen to start recording. On a PC, hit Windows NG to load the game recorder, which is a built-in screen recorder. You can also use OBS, which we'll explore more later. Go to your browser with your slides, hit Present. Give your browser a second for all the on-screen controls to disappear. Then begin your presentation using your keyboard to click through the slides. Screen recording is also going to be necessary if your presentation involves any live demos and software programs outside of your slides. So as we've seen, it's pretty easy to record your slides with narration. But video is a visual medium, and it's missing the most important part: you. We're human. We like to connect with humans and faces and not just read a bunch of slides. So the best way to do that is to record the video from your webcam of you presenting while you run through your slides. On a PC, as noted earlier, PowerPoint does enable you to do this. But on a Mac, there's no built-in option to turn on your webcam for either PowerPoint or Keynote. You'll need to use an additional tool. Fortunately, there are some great ones. Cloud App and Loom are two excellent apps that will record both your screen and webcam at the same time and overlay your webcam video in the corner of your recording, also known as picture-in-picture. With Cloud App, click on Record Screen, select Screen and Cam. This will turn on a preview of your webcam. You can drag the circle around to place it in a different corner. If you hover over it, you'll see a plus and minus sign to increase or decrease the video size. Start recording and run through your slides. The nice thing about both of these options is you can easily trim your video, embed the recording, or share a link for someone to easily download or watch. Dual file recording. If you want to have the greatest control over how your final presentation looks and have the options from switching between your presentation and your camera, or maybe doing a split screen display, then you want to record your screen and camera as two independent files to bring into your editing program. There are a few ways to do this. Record your slides using any of the methods we previously mentioned. To record your webcam as a separate movie file, on a Mac, go into QuickTime Player and select New Movie Recording. This will turn on your webcam. You can click the drop-down arrow to adjust settings. Hit record when ready. On a PC, you can download the free streaming software OBS. While it's designed for live streaming, it still works great as a local recorder for screen recordings and webcam recordings. Add your webcam as a video source. If you notice black edges, right-click on the video and hit Resize Output. Also, if you're using a microphone different from your webcam, make sure to add that as an audio input. Then hit Start Recording. Another option is to use a device you probably already have, a smartphone. Chances are your smartphone's camera is way better quality than your computer's webcam. So set up your phone by your monitor, record your slides on your computer, and record yourself using your phone. In this setup, your phone will probably be further away from your screen than your webcam normally is, so make sure you still make eye contact with the camera and don't stare at your screen the entire time. Regardless of which method you choose, it's a good idea to do a nice loud clap once you start recording. This will give you a spike in the audio, so it's easier to sync the two clips together when you bring it into an editing program. A couple accessible editing programs you could use that can handle multi-track editing are iMovie, Adobe Rush, and LumaFusion on the iPad. Whether you're recording your presentation as a backup or intend to release it to the world, it's important to still treat it as a live performance. Virtually presenting is weird. You're staring at a lens, you have no form of feedback to how you're doing, no way to gauge how interested the audience is. You're probably in the same location you've been in for months. Here are a couple tips that can help. Set up your equipment so you can stand up as you present. This helps get the blood flowing and get you feeling more energized. Dress as if you're presenting in person, even if you're only recording voice narration. This will psychologically get you into the mindset of how you'd feel if you were presenting in person. And yes, that does include wearing pants. Imagine the camera is a close friend you're speaking to. If it helps, you can recruit a few friends to also join in on Zoom, and put them on a device nearby to watch so you can get some live feedback and feel the sense of other people watching you and getting that audience feel. Test, test, test. No matter which route you choose, do some test recordings to make sure everything looks and sounds great before presenting with your A game. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you've been presenting virtually, please share some of your favorite tools and tips in the comments below. For more content on producing videos and live streams, check out our other videos and be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.